I've spent the last 3 years building my dream game about running a human zoo for aliens. So in this video, I'm going to try and cover the entirety of development in 3 minutes or less. So let's go! I started with a basic prototype to get character movement and simple AI. Didn't have any aliens, so I used goblins as a stand-in because everything is better with goblins. Next, I added building placement and the ability to drag out walls and paths so the player can imprison humans in enclosures and the aliens can admire them through the windows. I thought it would be super cool if the aliens in the game were the Martians from Mars Attacks. Didn't think I had a hope in hell of getting the IP, but sent out some speculative emails, because why not? I built out a user interface with green theme and no icons. I don't know why I didn't put icons in, because now I have no idea what anything does. I got an email back from Tops who own the Mars Attacks IP. They were interested. Woohoo! I programmed a system of needs for the alien goblins so that they go to different buildings and grab a snack when they're hungry. Then I built out a basic financial system in the UI so players can see how much they're making and spending within their park. After a bit of negotiation, I agreed heads of terms with Tops. Woohoo! It's actually happening. We're making a Mars Attacks game. I hired an artist to make some cool key art so I can pretend we actually have a game when talking to investors. Shout out to Tiago, awesome job. Now that we know the game is set on Mars, I put in a basic orange ground plane and a dome around the park. I wasn't too happy with the floating windows in the UI overlapping and causing confusion, so I redesigned it to one where I can actually tell what the hell is going on. I also made it blue because I saw a design tutorial on YouTube once and blue is the opposite of orange on the colour wheel. It was then time to expand the team and get some actual art in the game. Sammy joined as art director and Arthur as the environmental artist. Arthur started with smaller assets for a Roman-themed enclosure, while Sammy put together a mock screenshot to define the game's visual style. We decided to lose the dome idea and were aiming for something that felt like the old park sims with a modern twist. I expanded the game's functionality to include acquiring humans and hiring staff, though they didn't really do anything yet. Sammy started drawing the game's key art and worked with Dream Harvest in the UK to create our cinematic announcement trailer. Arthur built the first pass of the in-game Martian terrain, and I worked with a UI designer called Joseph to overhaul the user interface. I worked on replacing the stand-in UI with new art and polishing the transitions and the animations. Arthur expanded the number of different human habitats, adding ancient Egypt and Vikings to Roman and Wild West. We also brought in a new gameplay programmer called Fergal to help speed up the expansion of the game. Our composer Hakon worked on music for the game, drawing inspiration from Danny Elfman and a load of old sci-fi movies. Bernard joined to manage content creation and community management just before we revealed the game at Gamescom. The announcement trailer went viral on YouTube, clocking in over 1 million views. Arthur worked on a new subterranean map, while I overhauled character AI and started work on staff behaviour. Fergal built out building placement and dragging queues for rides. After that, Chloe joined to work on concept art and animation, and Thomas came on board to help me and Fergal with programming. We built a park rating system and expanded the objectives for the player. Fergal also built out the music manager and added a load of sound effects. The game was finally ready for testing. We launched an alpha playtest and had thousands of people sign up to try the game. We collected feedback and set out a roadmap based on community suggestions. Main areas of focus were differentiating the game from other park builders and leaning into the Mars Attacks IP even more. So we completely overhauled the research system in-game, including a new UI, new illustrations, new models, and new experiment animations. Thomas worked on handling human escapes, with new security staff, guests running away, and a handy UFO for returning them to their pens, just in time for the launch of the game's demo. Reviews were super strong, 93% positive, and average playtime is just over an hour, which was way beyond our expectations. The team is now focused on bug fixes and quality of life improvements based on the feedback for an upcoming demo coming soon. And now we're up to date, stop the timer. Phew, that was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. A bit of a different format to our other videos, so if you like this, or if you didn't, then let us know in the comments. Every commenter gets automatically entered into a competition to win a free copy of the game, and here's the winner from the previous video. If this is you, get in touch and we'll sort you out. If you'd like to watch some videos about the game's development where I actually breathe between sentences, then check out the devlog playlist, or here's a video about some of the games that inspired Mars Attacks. Thanks very much for watching.